Welcome back, multifamily investors. We're checking out last week's sales in multifamily in King, Snohomish, Pierce, Kitsap, and Thurston counties. And we had 10 investors transacting last week, closed the deals. Still, you can look at these. Some of these were hot properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 were under contract in the first basically week to 10 days. So that tells you. And then this one finally closed in Seattle. I went through these, and only the one in Auburn, the duplex in Auburn. Well, let me get into each one. I'll show you. So this one was conventional, listed for $430, sold for $422. Just a duplex, obviously. This one I did videos on, did a couple tours for clients on. It started, I think, at $600. And then we toured it together, another client of mine, and at $575, and I told him it probably needs to be closer to $550. And sure enough, it's over $545 to an FHA buyer, so house hacker for sure. This one too, $595, conventional. A lot of these duplexes I saw also had some seller credits of like $10,000, and so that tells me that people are asking for the sellers for a little bit of credit to probably buy down their rate or help with the closing costs. This one was conventional as well in Tacoma, listed for $600, sold for $600. This one, Olympia, was $572. Interesting, this one went over asking at $616, and the notes mentioned that the buyer had to trigger. The buyer offered the seller up to $20,000 if it came in for a low appraisal, and it did come in low, so this buyer had to shell out an extra $20,000 in cash to make the deal happen. So some people are a little bit more aggressive than others. That's pretty aggressive for the state of the market, I think, but they definitely didn't want to lose out if it came in low. So my guess is it probably came in appraised at $590 something. This one listed for $850, sold for $830 in Burien. This one in Marysville listed for $175. Seller will carry contract 5%, but I don't think it did sell for under contract. The seller finance, I can't remember off the top of my head. This one was my client. Love to see this. It was listed for $115. Congrats to the Gurdian couple of my clients. This is 3 2-beds and a 1-1 4-plex. Mainly operate as a midterm rental. We sold their Bellevue rental condo as a rental. They cleared about $420 on that, used that as a down payment, and this thing's going to cash flow just nicely for them. And man, this property was really done nicely by the seller inside, furnished well. So that was awesome. This one, Green Lake, was listed for $1.3, sold for $1.3. And this one was an all-cash buyer, finally, probably 1031, listed for $2.5, and ended up selling for $2.1. So that's kind of a pretty steep discount, but you're still over $500,000 a unit for the property. And I'm sorry, they're more than that. There's 6 units, that's right. But there's 2 studios, so it's kind of small. They're not all 2 beds. There's 2 1-beds as well, and it was basically sold on a 4 cap. So there you go, 10 investors transacting. Congrats to mine closing on that 4-plex. That was great to convert 1 rental unit into 4, and that's going to be a long-term buy and hold for them. And a lot of duplexes that we see typically every week sell. A lot of house hacking type of clients, I'm sure, more than anything. But things are still moving pretty quick for the right opportunity. All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.